So, your friendly local post person has just dropped today's mail through your letterbox and you open it with anticipation. Maybe you've won the pools or something. And you open a brown envelope and you see a letter with this weird heading on it. Your IN0100A24. And you're like, oh no, what the hell is that? It looks like I'm being investigated for not having a TV licence. I am bang in trouble now. Well, don't worry too much because loads of people get these letters and I'm going to break it down for you now and let you know what it's all about. And the thing is, it says IN01A24. I started doing videos on this letter when it was A10, I think it was. So they changed the code occasionally. It's not an individual code just for you. You're not that special to them. The reason I think they changed the code is so when you Google it, nothing really comes up. Which is embarrassing because I happen to run a website called TV License Stop, which fights the TV license, and the fact that it doesn't come up for that, yeah, bit embarrassing. So I'm going to make this video, I'm going to put it on there, I'm going to try and fix this and get it to show up with all the codes to help some more people. So if you've got this letter, sit back and we're going to go through it and I'll let you know what it's all about and what you need to do about it. An IN0100A24 code has been issued against your address. We use it to target unlicensed homes like yours that require a visit from TV license enforcement officers. This letter is a formal notification that your details have now been passed to our location enforcement team and you could be visited at any time, day or evening, weekdays or weekends. Now the thing that always gets my back up about these letters is we use it to target unlicensed homes. It's not a problem to not have a TV licence. You can legally and properly not have a telly licence. It's what you choose to do when you don't have a telly licence. So if you watch anything as it's being broadcast or you use BBC iPlayer, you need a TV licence. But if you're not doing that, you don't require one. And this letter is insinuating guilt. It's telling you you don't have a licence, so you must be doing something wrong. How do they know? How do they know? It's wrong, isn't it? They should be saying, look, you haven't got a licence. This is what you can't watch without a licence. Are you doing this? Because if you are, you need to buy one. It's that simple, isn't it? It's that simple. So they're going to use it to target unlicensed homes that require a visit from TV licensing enforcement officers. Oh no, an enforcement officer's going to come knock on my door. Don't worry about it. They call themselves enforcement officers, the same as I call myself a burger inspector. It's meaningless. It's absolutely meaningless. They are door-to-door salesmen. They're door-to-door salesmen. They don't have any powers of entry. They can't put a foot in the door when you open it. They can't keep knocking and demand you let them in. So the best thing to do if you get a visit from one of these people, and I've made videos about it, I'll tell you what, I'll put a link below to the main video of people closing doors in these faces, and it's the best way to deal with them. So if you get a knock from one, you go, doot, 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 and you open the door, you go, hello, who are you? Hello, I'm from TV licensing. No, thank you, and you close the door. It's that blooming simple. It's that simple, and they go away, and they'll go find some easier prey, which of course we hope they don't find. But don't be worried about these people. It's not against the law to not have a telly licence, okay? So don't worry about it. These letters are just sent out to scare you. And the sad thing is, it does work. You could face prosecution and financial penalties if enforcement officers find evidence of illegal TV viewing. You could be interviewed under caution in accordance with national criminal law, which could lead to prosecution. The maximum penalty is a criminal conviction and a fine of £1,000 plus any legal costs. Blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't condone watching things you shouldn't be watching if you don't have a TV licence. And if you don't have a TV licence, the only way you're going to get this letter, isn't it? But they wouldn't know if you were watching something you shouldn't be watching. And I do not condone it. I don't condone it. Don't watch anything you shouldn't be watching without a telly licence, okay? But it's not against the law to have a TV and not have a telly licence. It's not against the law to watch TV and not have a telly licence. You just can't watch anything that's been broadcast or use iPlayer. But ITV Hub, All 4, Demand 5, Now TV, Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, tons of stuff. Probably 90% of the stuff you'd watch anyway you can watch without a telly licence. But how would they know what you're doing? They don't have detector vans. It's a myth, right? The only way they could possibly know if you're doing something wrong is if you tell them by either talking to them or letting them in to your property. So do not talk to them. Don't sign anything and never, ever let them in. There's loads of stories out there of people who've been playing a straight game and are doing nothing wrong and have let them in to prove it, ended up getting stitched up and taken to court and getting a fine. Now, the other thing it says here is that the maximum penalty is a criminal conviction, £1,000 fine, blah, blah, blah. Well, the £1,000 fine is the maximum they can give you, but it's really rarely given out. The average fine is about 170 quid, which ain't far off the cost of a telly licence, is it? But the only way you can get that fine is by talking to one of their enforcement officers, or door-to-door salesmen, as I call them, or goons, which is a correct term that everyone else calls them. The only way you can get into trouble is by talking to them or letting them into your property. Do not talk to them. You know, they're going to send out loads of letters, loads of ridiculous, scary letters, and some of them are quite bad. And I genuinely don't know how they get away with sending some of them. I really honestly don't. It's bad. It is bad. So if you've got this one with a funny IN0 code, doesn't matter what it is, whether it ends in 12, 24, 56, God knows what number they'll get up to with this. Don't worry about it. Just bin it, get on with your life. So yeah, I hope that's helped a few of you. Now, this letter was sent in by one of my brilliant viewers. If you get a letter you want to send to me, have a look on the playlist if it's on there first. If it's not, do send it over. The way to do that is down below. You'll find all that down there. So send everything over. I look forward to all your emails as well. I do get a lot though, so don't always expect to reply, because I do get tons of them. But don't worry about the letters. Don't worry about the letters, and don't worry about the visits, because all you got to do is close the door. You haven't got to have an altercation. You haven't got to be scared of these people. You just got to be a normal, polite human being and say no thank you and close the door. It's that easy. So yeah, don't worry about it. But if you do have any specific questions about it, you can email me or leave a comment on this video, because we've got a cracking community here, and they will help you. If I don't get you in time, someone in the comments, I guarantee, will offer you all the help that you need. Some of them are actually quite friendly and all, worryingly. So yeah, you do that, and I will see you in another video again soon. Thanks for watching.